This is the Ivy League astrologer with the August 2015. I keep wanting to say Aquarius instead of August, with the August 2015 reading for Vedic Sagittarius. I am not at home, clearly. I'm actually on vacation, but I didn't manage to get my monthlies done before I left, so I'm doing them here, which is quite lovely to be outdoors. So I hope you guys enjoy the change of scenery too, the change of background. Yeah, so let's see what's coming up for Vedic Sagittarius for August. So the first card out here is the Nine of Cups in reverse, followed by the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I feel like there's something that you were kind of wanting to hop on, or feeling like was your ticket out, or your next move that you were really excited about that has failed. That has not worked for some reason. And you're disappointed coming into the month about that. I feel like this is happening to get you to look within a bit more. Which I feel like we talked with for Sagittarius already a couple months ago about you being done with introspection. Understandable. But it feels to me like it's asking you to look at that restless part of you that wants to bound forward, that wants to change things, that wants it now. And kind of ask yourself what's the price you're willing to pay for that. Because I feel like whatever you were planning negatively impacts other people. And you may not have wanted it to negatively impact other people. That may not have been your goal or what's guiding you. But I feel like if you really look at it again, if you look at the price that you would pay for that passion, or for just going out there and getting it, is what it feels like. Going out there and being like, rah, I'm going to claim that. The price you would pay for that, I feel like, is not worth it if you really look at it. And I feel like you have tending to do where you are. For some of you, this is tending to your children. For some of you, it's tending to your career. I think for everybody, it's about getting out of this sort of victim mentality, or not even victim mentality, but poverty mentality, where you're like, I don't have enough, though. I just can't live on this. I can't go on like this. What I just want these three things. That's all I want. I could do it if I just had these three things, but it's like kind of getting out of that mentality and realizing that mentality just traps you into a state of constant want and need. And recognizing, turning that poverty mentality into humility, I think is what it is, recognizing that you will be served when it's your turn to be served, and that getting ahead of the program is only going to cause pain for yourself and others. And I feel like that actually is freeing for you. Like that kind of breaks a chain, an internal chain for you, and allows you to just feel a bit more stable, and stop with so much like internal kind of back and forth, or internal, well, if he does this, I'll do this, and if he does this, then maybe I should, like it allows you to step back for some reason, because I feel like it's returning this sense of power and control to yourself for framing your circumstances. Without feeling like you need something from somebody else and you're not getting it from the person you're with, or you're not getting it from your current circumstances, so you need to throw yourself into something else. Because I think the problem is the attitude with which you were moving towards that thing, not the thing itself. Because that thing is not going to solve your problems any more than what you have now is going to solve your problems. The problem, and not to be all like, your problem is, but like the problem, the message I'm getting is that the shift that needs to happen is a shift of attitude, rather than that you need to get something that you don't have. And I feel like if you can take that to heart this month, you're going to feel a lot more steady. I think you'll be able to forgive if you need to forgive someone who maybe previously you've been kind of counting the sins against them, counting the strikes against them, and just sitting in judgment against them. I feel like you'll be able to forgive that person and kind of see the larger picture this month. Maybe just see them in a different light. If this is not someone that you love and are in a relationship with, it could just be someone that you know who you find to be irritating or cocky or arrogant, and you feel like it's coming up as a he, like gets everything dropped in his lap and doesn't appreciate it, you know? But I feel like you're going to be able to see that person from a different perspective, more of an interior perspective, and the pain that drives them, the lack that drives them, because you recognize that lack in yourself. And I feel like that's going to give you a more generous position from which to view that person, which makes you happier. And I think sets your home to rights as well, especially if this is like your partner or something. I feel like it helps to kind of set things on a more even footing and make things a bit healthier. It helps you to be able to forgive and forget a bit. For some people, if this is somebody who's more tangentially involved in your life, but they've taken something from you or they've sullied something that you wanted or that was yours, you felt like you were moving towards, and they kind of got there first and messed it up for you or made it unappealing and unappetizing to you. I feel like that's going to be present for you and you're going to be feeling that, but you're going to have something else to turn to that's going to help to kind of soothe you. And I feel like you're going to kind of ride away from it, walk away from it, feeling like you won, kind of feeling like it was a victory and like, you know what? All right, that's not who I want to be. That's not where I want to be. I don't need to be envious of anyone. I'm cool. There's a little more to the story, though, here. I feel like you're trying to cut it out and be done with it, and that story's not done with you just yet. This person is a thorn in your side, is irritating to you for a reason. And it's because you are attached to the same karmic cycle that involves the same people. There's a group of people that are involved in the same fate, destiny, karmic wheel together, and this person that you find really irritating is a key part of it. So you're not done with them. But I feel like if you can try to understand where they're coming from a bit more, even if you still feel a little dismissive of them, that's going to help you to just feel better personally. And I feel like you may be starting to get a sense that you and 3 other people, or maybe a few more, but it feels kind of like that, are locked into some kind of intricate pattern. I feel like you may be kind of starting to see that and intuitively feeling that, and kind of suspicious of your own intuition about it, or suspicious of what's being revealed to you, because I feel like revelation is kind of happening here for you, and you're a little uncomfortable with it, but it's making you see the big picture in a different way. That is a true way. So, yeah. I feel like that makes you realize that there's a different future that's going to play out for you that you don't really necessarily like much. But even if you don't like it, it still seems like that's what's up. And I think that it may just feel a little barren or a little scary. But intuitively, I think that part of you knows that it's going to be okay. And not only is it going to be okay, but there's an important reunion involved. So, yeah. But I don't feel like that's something you can or should work towards in the physical right now. This is waiting for you, and it's not going anywhere because this is like what's happening for you. That's the plan for you. So you can kind of work on other things. I feel like this other person that you may have been interested in, but then are a little heartbroken about right now and are trying to just completely turn away from, but are not entirely able to, that person is involved too. And that person is also working on some other things. Some things that may be a little shocking to you when you find out about them down the line. But this is really, you're being given this time as a gift to go inside and think about what's true for you, so that you are growing in fact and not just in age. and so that you are growing more in command of yourself and more in line with the universe, what the universe wants from you. You are going to get there. You are going to get there. But it involves opening your heart in a way that you're a little scared to do right now. But that is happening for you kind of bit by bit. It feels a little uncertain and scary as it's coming in, but eventually it's going to build a solid foundation for you that's going to lead you exactly to where you need to be. So kind of take the process in stride. I feel like there's a lot of like stuff you don't really want to be the case. That's the case this month, you know. And you don't need to act on it right now, but you do need to act on getting right within yourself and on really examining where you are and why, how you feel. You may have been holding your feelings at a distance, and it's time to let them in and work from that position of feeling rather than of logic or rather than of what feels sturdy or steady. Because if you are able to kind of take that feeling lesson in and allow that to inform all your actions and all your decisions, you're going to be right in line with what the universe wants for you and from you. And you're going to know how to proceed eventually. Right now you're stuck. There's not that much you can do. But there's a new beginning that's coming for you, and you'll be ready for it when it gets here from the work that you're doing this month on your internal self. So that's kind of heavy. That's what I see for Sagittarius for August 2015. So I hope that's helpful. Please do get in touch if you would like a personal reading. My email address is theivyleagueastrologer@gmail.com. My link for scheduling appointments is down below. All the times on the appointment scheduling site are in Pacific time. And the information about payment and kind of next steps and all that, what I need from you, etc., comes in the confirmation email after you schedule an appointment. So that's all, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm wishing you the best. Thanks. Bye.